So today we are doing a ground chicken and broccoli orzo. You certainly can use ground turkey. So I'll let you know all the ingredients we need first. Pound of ground chicken or ground turkey, some fresh broccoli, or I took the easy way out and I did a steamable bag of broccoli and then drained the water off and just kind of chopped it up into a little bit smaller pieces because you can throw this together in like 20 minutes. 2.5 cups of chicken broth, 1 1/3 cup of orzo, a third a cup of half and half, 2 tablespoons of butter, a 1/4 of cup of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons of either stone ground mustard, Dijon mustard, spicy brown mustard, any kind of mustard except the yellow mustard. I also bought some, just kind of the freshly grated Parmesan cheese along with some Parmesan and Romano cheese that you can just get in the can, and salt and pepper, and a little bit of red pepper flake if you want a little bit of kick. So I've got my broccoli steamed. You certainly can add to the pan at first if you want to do one pan, is add a little bit of olive oil and water, steam your broccoli, and set that aside. I did the steamable bag just to be quick. I have a pound of ground chicken in my pan, and I'm going to brown that up with some salt and pepper. And after that's done, I will come back on here and we'll get started to show you how to finish the dish. Okay, so we have our ground chicken browned, and it usually doesn't make much moisture or grease because it's very lean. If there is any, you can drain that off. And I've pushed it all to one side of my pan, the ground chicken, and then we're gonna add the 1 1/3 cups of orzo in here. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more olive oil. What we're gonna do is we're gonna toast up that orzo before we add our chicken broth. So just kind of for about a minute or two here, we are going to toast up the orzo. And I'm gonna let this run a minute or two and come back on here. Okay, so orzo's toasted. What that does is it kind of just brings out more of a nutty flavor with your orzo. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our 1/4 cup of lemon juice and our 2 tablespoons of stone ground mustard. And just add 1 cup of the chicken stock, because we want to kind of deglaze our pan before we dump all the chicken stock in there. So we've got that in there. Just kind of stir everything around, get anything that's kind of stuck on the bottom if it did. All right. All right, then you can go ahead and dump in the rest of your chicken broth. We're going to bring that up to a boil, and we want our orzo to kind of cook for probably about 6 to 8 minutes until it's soft and until all the chicken broth is absorbed. So I'm going to let that do its thing, and I'll come back and show you what that looks like and how to finish the rest of the dish. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. Mixture's nice and thick. All the broth is absorbed. I threw a lid on it to get it to come up to a boil quickly, and left it on for a couple minutes, then took it off. So all of the liquid is absorbed. Looks really good. Gonna add a little bit, I added a little bit more salt and pepper. Now we're gonna add our 2 tablespoons of butter and our 1/3 cup of half and half. You probably could just use milk, that would work. And then I'm gonna do about 2 ounces of shredded cheese. Gonna do a mixture of that fresh Parmesan and then some of the Parmesan and Romano cheese. Just add the cheese, how much cheese that you like. So we're gonna let that get nice and silky, incorporate into the orzo and the chicken. It looks really good. Kind of turn your heat down really low now just to let that melt. Looks really good. And gonna throw my broccoli back in there now to let it get incorporated into the dish. Yum. Oh yeah, that looks really good. And then if you want to add some hot pepper flake, you can. I like it. And then, like I said, as much cheese as you want. So super easy, super quick. Looks really good. And super quick for your family on those days that you work. That's why I like it. And shout out to Rose. My apron today is Mountain Lake. I know how much you love it. So hope you guys make it, hope you guys like it, and see you next time.